Hello, everyone. Welcome to CTR Cancer Talking Room, where we talk about all issues related and regarding cancer. And my name is Linda. I was diagnosed with cancer called plasma cell myeloma, stroke leukemia. So, in this video, I just want to share um, about cancer mistakes that we do after you've been diagnosed with cancer or even after cancer treatment, especially after chemo. Um, I just want to share three of those, just three that I can still remember and realized because I went through them. I did it myself. So hopefully, if you've just been diagnosed with cancer, you won't fall into the same trap as I did. So I've written some few things here. I'm just gonna read them as I go through, just to avoid the video being too long. So the mistake number one, it's too many things at the same time. Too many things at the same time. You know that after being diagnosed with cancer, you want to make research, you want to find out what works for your cancer. You go all out. You really go all out, and in such a way that after, well, if you've been diagnosed, you wouldn't know this, but after a while, you get tired. Fatigue just took over, and then you feel like you don't want to do anything in life. It's because you're just doing everything at the same time after being diagnosed with cancer. And even what I did after my chemotherapy treatment as well, I was just researching and listening to everybody on YouTube, on internet, and everywhere, trying to, I don't know if I was trying to become an expert to this cancer that I'm going through it. But anyway, the thing is, you need to focus on what works. So it's been proven. You can even research it yourself. Just it's proven that we just need to do three things that I think is just will help you to focus instead of going all over the show. That has worked for me. I'm not there yet, but it works for me. So it's nutrition, just to eat right, and exercise, and positive mindset. You know, the last one, positive mindset, we don't talk about it most often. In the past videos, I spoke more about emotions. So in this video, I just want to say just one thing about positive mindset is that it helps you to balance you, to check your emotions and make sure that you balance so that you can carry on with your cancer journey. And then it can even lead to be cancer free if you can focus your mindset on the right things. So three things that you can do, I've already mentioned them. Just eat right. That's nutrition. Find out what works for your cancer. You can even speak with your dietitian. And number two is exercise. In exercising, it's just you have to do what you can. If you want to do weights, you need to do what we call target exercises, where you just do your squats and you do your lunges and you do stuff like that, like do chest and things like that. And then, but walking for me, as the walking has worked. It has made me sure that I can move and move it properly, and then now I'm feeling better. So number two, the second mistake is that we, after being diagnosed with cancer or even after cancer treatment, you think you can eat whatever you want. That's a mistake. You cannot eat whatever you want. The thing is, I've gone through treatment. I love my doctor, and then I love my sister, the nurses that have been helping me, and everybody around. To be honest, the team has been fantastic. But the problem is they don't talk much about the nutrition. As I've explained it to you in the first point, that nutrition it plays a bigger role in helping you to be cancer free or become a cancer survivor. So you cannot eat whatever you want. So my advice, I'm not an expert in this. I'm just a person who is in this with other cancer patients. I'm there. I'm using it myself. So far it works. So it's just to eat in your plate. Make sure that you eat some more plants. In other words, make sure that half of your plate is just plants. At least veggies, if you like to cook your veggies, must be there. Salads and stuff like that. Make sure that you eat more variety of plants, and then you can add proteins if you can. Well, I was diabetic before. I'm done with that part, but I've managed to eat in order so that I can make sure that my my blood glucose doesn't spike. So I always start eat the plants. I eat veggies or I eat salad so that I can prepare for my protein and fats. And then at the end, if I still feel that I need to enjoy something, then I can take a piece of cake or something like that. But no, I don't eat cakes every day, to be honest, but I do eat it once in a while. For example, right now, as I'm speaking about a cake, I'm thinking to go in one of the restaurant that they do a beautiful chocolate cake. I love it. But before I eat it, I cannot just go for it and eat it. So I need to plan it wisely. I'll start eating my veggies and then eat my fats and proteins, and then I can just eat a little bit and enjoy my cake because life is short. At some point you need to enjoy it. And mistake number 3, it's alcohol and processed meats. Nobody says this, but when I was just looking around and researching and looking at my cancer, I saw that alcohol can really be bad for my cancer. I don't know about what your doctors told you, but I know my daughter doesn't mention any cancer. I know that, I think in a medical world, if it's not your expertise, you don't get involved. But nobody tells you that alcohol is actually not very good. And processed meats, the only processed meat that I like is a bacon. So I've limited myself from a bacon. I eat it once in a while. I think I've ate some last week, but I'm no longer going for it because I know that in my cancer, the kind of cancer that I have, it's really processed meats are not good for it, especially because it's blood cancer. So it's a very sensitive one and a very very delicate cancer. So and the one that the doctor was worried about. So this cancer, it's not it's yeah, it's an aggressive cancer, as they will say. So avoid. So I'm speaking to myself as well to say is to avoid alcohol and processed meats, and then it just eat meat, right meats like you eat well, chicken and fish and the other proteins that you can get even from legumes. You can get proteins, like soybeans and stuff like that. It depends on your cancer as well. Just talk to your dietitian about it, but it helps to eat well and just to eat right proteins. I love red meat, but I've limited red meat as well because of my kidneys. So to keep my kidneys in the right path. So I've lessened red meat, but I love it. I try and eat it once now a week, or twice. It depends on how I feel in that week. But more chicken, more fish, more or just white meats. Some proteins that will work for you. You can find out what works for you as well when it comes to this. Those are the 3 mistakes that I can think about at the moment in my cancer journey that I've seen, that I've done. So just to recap, one is to do many things at the same time. Let me see if I said it right. Yes, it's too many things at the same time. That's mistake number 1. Mistake number 2 is to eat whatever you want. No, no, no. Correct your nutrition. Number 3 is alcohol and processed meats. I know